In this village, there was a boy named Adam. He always thinks that he is a leader himself. He does not do any work. When you see him sitting somewhere, he is making something. He is standing on a wall, making a picture. Wherever he gets an opportunity, he starts making something or the other. God gave him such abilities. What kind of work was in his hands? When he sees anything, he starts making it and comes to making a picture in such a beautiful way that the viewers would be stunned. But in the village environment, why did an artist make a picture? In the past, parents would probably not appreciate it. Parents would advise their children to stay away from him. Nathan was another village boy. He was a boy who used to listen to someone's voice and was always having fun. And there, one day, he said, "What do you think happened in a movie?" Adam already mixed things up and said, "Let's go and see." But Nathan said, "How we will come back at night. It is better to go there. I am all in the forest and all in ruins. I am afraid of a broken heart made of tendons, and how are you going back from there? My family found out, they will kill me." Adam said, "Why are you bothering? The day your family out of town and not looking for an opportunity today, tell me." We both said okay. One day Nathan reached him at the home and said to him, "Today my parents are going somewhere. They will come by night, but they will reach late at night for sure. So let's go, brother. Let's go see them today." Adam took Nathan and left. While they were going through this forest and these ruins, the sun was spreading everywhere. The forest, which covered by branches, was connected by its trees, making the shape of the umbrellas that had placed in such a way that the sun's rays were reaching down with great difficulty. It was a bit dark, but still it felt like daylight. Thinking about how horrible the scene would be at night, Nathan was afraid. He said, "Does I have to come back from the same forest at night? I am dying just thinking about it." "Hey friend, you are overthinking. Why are you taking tension? We will come back. We will do that. Nothing will happen. I have been there before many times." They finally reached the place, burning with fire outside. There was a cinema inside this building. They sit there and watch the movie, and while watching it, both of them are so into the movies, the Nathan who was watching the movie on the screen for the first time. Come on, another hero has come. And the way he both sat down and watched it, he was saying, "I was watching it for the first time. That the time had come for the movie to end. When I looked outside, there was darkness everywhere." Both were very worried. Time was not a problem for Adam. This was the biggest problem for the Nathan. But what has been solved for a long time seems to have been a long night. It is always right to look at it. I don't understand. Come on, there are many. The people of the village used to have small torch. It was small, but not small. People saw them before there was one. The little man had to catch someone. Both of them were holding one another hands. Adam was passing through the forest path so that he could see the way. Both of them were walking like a string. They were walking towards their return. And song he's singing Monster soon going to come out. The song from the movie he had seen inside was coming, and the Adam was humming in a romantic way. But the Nathan was upset. One of them was that the family had not reached anywhere. It was too late. And the other was that the forest was not even going to start. And these ruins were built there. I see the path in a sad way. The sinner whistles by, Adam drunk in his own tune. Nathan suddenly said, frightenedly, look back." The Adam suddenly stopped and said, "What happened?" And Nathan said, "Brother, I am afraid." Adam said, "Why are you afraid of now?" My friend said to me, "I think there is something behind us." Hey friend, I come alone this day and night. No one comes, even to me. Today was the first time I went. No one comes to walk. They both left again. But they must have gone a little far. Nathan felt again as if someone was behind them. He was surprised. He saw nothing. There was no one. And Adam were the ones who were passing by him while walking. Now the dry leaves from the trees are very big and rich. They were silent. That is the noise of a wind here, Nathan said, who was walking through the wind, which is so fast. Creates a sound like witches fighting among themselves. You are reciting religious verses. Be very sweet today. Remember, just remember. Maybe you also heard the sound of it. They both went ahead again. They went a little far, and again the Nathan felt that someone was coming. He said again, my friend, someone is coming. He said, my friend, I have said you before, there is no one behind us. So he stopped me for the second time. Nothing had happened. We were passing through places. There were trees above, whose leaves had fallen down. Their fragrance had dried up, so dry that when you put your foot on them, the sound of the crackling of the leaf is heard. Why did the silence make a noise at night? I was passing through the forest at night, inside many such gardens, in the layers of the fertile land. Nathan was afraid of the sounds of dogs, and I was afraid that ahead of him he saw a small stone. He went to the stone and sat down. He said, you are sitting. I am getting late. I reached him and sat down. I don't know why something is happening to my heart. My friend said, something is happening to my heart. What is happening? Oh, your heart said to the Nathoin. Something like this must be going on in the heart. You must have shown me the screen for the first time. I have seen them. I have seen how they came. How bangles used to come home, and how at night they would call the hero with the sound of their bangles. He said no. Man, at that time, I don't know why, my heart is beating fast. I really feel like he is very poor, heavy head, and he is walking as if he were sitting here. His voice has also stopped. He is coming back. Man, attention was coming at that time. Fear and terror were born in my heart. For the first time, I have to turn around and see. You have heard a voice, Nathan said. There is nothing like that. See where it is. Come on, okay. I would have sat with you, and there. He sat on the stone. And then, in a soft voice, making seats, playing the tune of the song. What he heard in the film, in the style of a whistle, saved the tune of the song. He tries and was looking at the trees above in this way, as if he was going to faint after seeing what a friend was doing. But Nathan heard this sound again. So many steps. It seemed that he was about to walk. When he walks, he presses so hard on the ground that the earth shakes. Sarcastic style. Such a strong voice, as if his existence was very heavy. Both were sitting on the stone. The Adam was whistling, and Nathan life was taking away that in an instant he stood up still. Adam was sitting in the same state, whistling, and whatever it was, by putting Nathan, every single hair on his body stood up. His body started trembling, and from that moment on, he placed both his hands on the Adam shoulders and shook it. I was running away from you very much. But since he had silenced and the force Beckham so quiet, why are you so scared? And at that moment Nathan said, I saw something, slightly bending my neck from the fist. I saw the place where Adam was sitting. I stared at him from behind in such a way that it seemed that his eyes would come out of fear. His existence was previously a eunuch. Now the rest of the life has started to tremble in this area. Nathan felt that he had seen something. His eyes tell that he is in fear. At that moment, his eyes are looking at something in which fear is the only thing I can see. But those there will come out of fear right now, and the existence of nature is a problem. Nathan also looked back at his neck, and the life went out of his body. The scene behind was extremely terrible. I got up from my place and stood up. This animal had skin as if its entire body had been covered with scales. Its legs were like a man standing. Its legs were not humanized. Its eyes were as white as snow, and behind its back were two large curtains, like bats have wings. Similarly, its two large curtains and its hands were just like a human, and so big that the blood inside them was stuck in them, which were perfectly straight. 6-inch long nails, which were perfectly straight, and looking at them on the back of its arms, were very long, such that, for a bat-like, they are not human-like. Its face was not human-like, in which it gave like a human in the desert, like some strange animal, like a crown. They had never seen such a creature before, but its feet, its hands, its chest were like a human, but its face was the existence of a creature like this, which they had seen for the first time. We were seeing very terrible eyes, and under the eyes neither his lips nor his cheeks were strange. His face was very frightening. He would have made a statement with his head, and behind him, his entire head was bald, and behind him, birds and animals or bird-like creatures were taken, and then his white hair was reaching his shoulders. Really, very expressive. And at that moment, he saw him in power, and as soon as Adam saw him, at that moment, he stretched out his hand and took the Nathan in his hand. I am amazed it seemed ordinary, but in the middle of night, like bats, and even in the middle of it, we were connected to each other. It opened. Then he woke up and opened his hands, like his wings, like his own. He opened his whole face. And when he put his neck, the tips of this condition were first given, which was a team that he had put on his whole face. He took her waist. In his arms, so big as his, which seemed small, and at that moment, he grabbed her by the neck and lifted him up. Because he was walking, he could not do anything in it. As if he had picked up Nathan, he lifted him up and made him walk upwards. And Nathan flew upwards, as if he were made of cotton, as if he had no weight, as if he had given so much power to this beast-like devil for sins. When did he catch him and throw him like that? And he flew into the air, and as soon as appear, he spread both his hands down. Now his hands had grown even bigger. As soon as he saw that they both had grown so big that the whole authority came into his hands, and still he grabbed the neck, one hand, and grabbed her negligence's body with the other hand, and in that moment he shook it. Nathan, neck and existence, separated from his torso. And he had Nathan neck in one hand, and body in his other hand, and threw them down the Adam that was still being seeing, that was still eclipsed by him. He had passed through these roads many times. His life had gone out. Why did he think it was only my turn now? This is so big, everything heavy, strange objects were coming out. Such a stench was coming from the existence of this creature, like the stench of a something that rots, and he feels that the body of the dead meat was coming out. He had very thin skin. It seemed as if someone had put a hook on the structure, like a rooster, or like I am catching it and removing it from their feet, in which the hair of the strange update should be cleaned. The skin will open from below. That is so strange. Seeing it was painful, then he extended his hand forward, and the problem is the same. The skewers are standing in front of him. He also caught them in his hand, and his city closed his eyes because he knew that now it was his turn to die, that just a few seconds ago he had to watch his friend die, whose existence and decay and great joy were contained in the hands of the bottom. This will be the end of the first part. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back soon with next part.